Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of my time in Alleppey. I didn't even film an intro for this because I had no idea that I would be dividing this in two parts, but this trip was so eventful that I had no other option, and in this video I'm going to be taking you into the waters by a kayak and by a ferry. And the first mode of transport was an auto. I made it to the boat jetty where we have to board the ferry, and I was on my way to a random village in Alleppey district that I could go to by the ferry, and the ticket was only about 14 rupees. Very affordable, and the ride was just a beautiful affair. I saw so many shades of the water, blue, green, and everything in between. About 1 hour of this beautiful ride, I neared my stop for the day. So this is the Ferry boat jetty, and frequently boats pass by here to and from Alleppey, so I'm gonna hop on the next one, but until then let's just sit here. There's no one else here except me, and I can just enjoy the waters. Sat there waiting, sandwiched between the green and the blue, and to keep me company, a kingfisher and the boats passing by. So let's chat till the next jetty comes. I wanted to include this part on solo travel because I think it is one of the best things that you can do for yourself, and I keep bringing it up, I think, but I really want to put that point across because it has been so beneficial for me, and there's so many positive emotions involved with it, such as peace, contentment, a boost in self-esteem because you do all these things just for yourself, you take care of yourself. Having said that, it is important to know how to keep yourself safe and do those things. Don't be reckless. Always have a full charge phone. Keep informing your close people or your close circle about your whereabouts whenever you change it, and they should know at all times where you are. And of course, keep some self-protection tools with you. Just be safe, but don't let others stop you from living your life. So don't live your life in fear, but it is important to know that yes, you are not invincible, so you need to look out for yourself, be alert, and generally you'll have a positive experience. In Kerala, people are really nice as much as I've come across, so I highly recommend anyone watching, just pack your bag if you can afford to. Just spend time in nature by yourself. It is so healing, I swear. Water is actually so loud. Even though these are the backwaters, there's still a powerful current. I am not sure when the next boat is supposed to arrive, but I can wait. It's pretty peaceful. And then our next stop is going to be a wine and beer parlor, which is by the seaside. Isn't it amazing how humans have come up with so many different ways to enjoy the waters? And the traffic out here was like a Delhi road. The sun had not quite started to set, but it was going to really soon, and the ferry came on time. And this time I took the roof seating, which was more expensive. It was $100, but I promise you it was worth it because the view was just so much better. It was totally open, there was a lot more space, and it was quite empty. And so I just sailed through. Soon we made our way back into the waterways of the city and our jetty. I took an auto to this wine and beer parlor called Harbor, and it wasn't exactly on the seaside, but it was very close to it. It was on the opposite side of the road, but you could still see a little bit of it from here. Got a beer with some lime on the side, and that was good enough for me. The sun had now really started to set, and I made my way to, for the first time, the crowded part of the Alleppey beach. This was the main entry, and I've never actually been to this side. There was a whole carnival going on. And bustle around me actually added to the experience, because especially when I'm alone, I observe people and how they are also enjoying the same things that I do and finding peace in it. And the sun was leaving us. So the sun has set, and I have to walk from that, which is one end of the beach, which was extremely crowded, to the other end where my stay is and the next cafe I want to go to for dinner is. So it's quite a long stretch, but let's see how much of this I can do. Otherwise we'll come up with some other plan, but wish me luck. It's like a never-ending stretch, honestly. And that is where we came from. Had to keep walking, but I just couldn't take my eyes off what's happening in front of me, so I had to stop, otherwise I would fall for sure. I mean, the sky is purple. I walked the wrong way and ended up increasing the distance I had to walk initially, so I had to take an auto. These things happen, I guess, but they're all a part of being alone. You have to rely on yourself, and sometimes you are stupid. So now I am really hungry. It's time to get some food now. So for dinner, I found this place on maps and I decided to walk to it. It was pretty close, and I am so happy that I did. It was such a nicely decorated, warm, and cozy feeling place. And sadly, the place was just about to close when I got there, so he could only serve me shakes. Papaya smoothie, my book. The owner was playing this really cool instrument, so I asked him if I could record him. For dinner, I found this simple place that served homely food, and I got kappa, yellow dal, and chapati. I'm back. That was really nice because the food at the last place was so nice and the people were so good. They were so sweet, and it made me realize that the charm in immersing yourself in the local culture is very incomparable, because you get to see a way of living, a way of eating, a way of being which is different than your tunnel vision of your life, your surroundings, your food, and everything. And I really appreciate that, and that is why I love traveling. I know I'm just going on and on about this throughout this video, I think, but I am just so enchanted by this experience that I want everyone to do it. Whoever is able to, I'm really grateful that I can. Good morning. You know what? I really don't miss waking up early for school because this is very hard. It is 5 a.m. I have to be at the gate at 5:15, so I should go. Time to go. So I got into the auto that the stay people had booked for me because I was going to the kayaking with one of their partners, and it was such a surreal experience to be out in the city at night. There was nobody in the ferry as well, but it was such an enchanting experience to explore the backwaters at night in the dark. The light had just started to come, and eventually I got down at my stop and I met up with the guy who was taking me to do kayaking. He was waiting right there for me, and we walked a little bit of a distance to get to where his kayaks were. If I wanted to do single person kayak or two people wherein we would be in the same kayak, and I said I wanted my own kayak. Just like that, I was in the water waiting patiently for the sun to rise and surrounded by the infinite peaceful water. Slowly but surely, the sun started to become visible and we started kayaking towards it. Whenever the big boats would come, we would have to wait at the side because they would shake up the water good enough for us to move a lot. And I asked if it was possible for us to get a cup of coffee, and he made it possible because he knew one of the people at one of the towns here, and I had a cup of coffee in the kayak, which was amazing. There were so many tight tunnels that we went under, and it was so much fun and so cool. We even entered these narrow backways, which were just so much fun to maneuver through. And he caught up with an old friend, and it was like two people chatting while walking on the road together. After a 2-hour stint in the waters, it was time to hop back out and go back to my stay. My instructor dropped me to the boat jetty, and the way to that was so beautiful. Oh my god, that was so nice, guys. It was amazing. It was beautiful, peaceful, fun, energizing. All of you watching, you don't have a choice. You have to go and do sunrise kayaking or sunset also. Either of the two, you have to. I would say, because I have been to Alleppey and I have been on a houseboat, I would say this is much better. It is a bit strenuous, yes. I have zero arm strength. If I can do it, then anybody can do it. Time to check out. I am going to pack, take a shower, and then I'll see you on the beach for the very last time. So I just checked out and I am finding it hard to leave, so I'm going to linger on this beach for as long as I have to, and then I'll get going. But I will find an auto and go to the bus stand eventually. So that is the plan. I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you feel like giving Alleppey a chance. It is truly worth it. So